Hello, pioneers and entrepreneurs and aspirants. My name is Bimal Shah. I'm on a mission to make pioneers out of entrepreneurs. Welcome back to this series where we're going to talk about the MasterCard Visa lawsuit claim that you can get. And this is a huge claim, approximately $5.4 billion that you can get a piece of most. And we have made it very simple and easy that nobody else does. And you can claim this money with the help of Mr. Rahul Parikh here. So Rahul, can you a little bit dive into the details of what this claim amount is and how easy people can claim it if they were in business and they had, Visa and Mastercard that they were accepting from their customers or taking credit cards for payments? And is there a minimum they need to qualify, or is pretty much for anybody?
Yeah, no, great question. So just to give a quick recap of the previous video you must have seen to let you know what this is about. This was a lawsuit regarding interchange fees that were charged by Visa and MasterCard that violated antitrust laws. So Visa and MasterCard are alleged to have colluded with each other to set that fee higher than the market demanded. They have settled with the original plaintiffs. The case has become what's known as a class action because the number of people affected by it is much larger than the initial people that sued Visa and MasterCard. The class, or the people that can file a claim, which is hopefully you listening to this, is any merchant in the United States that accepted Visa or MasterCard, any branded cards, debit or credit, between January 1st, 2004 and January 25th, 2019, any years in between. If your business was in business from 2012 and shut down in 2016, you can still file a claim, even if your business is not running right now. The claims process is fairly simple in different stages. We handle all the details. I won't necessarily bore you with that, but the items that we would need from you would be your business entity name, your EIN number, the years that your merchant or your business was in business accepting Visa MasterCard, the year periods. So like I said, 2012 to 16 as an example, the president or manager's name, whoever has signing authority. And that's all we need from you initially to file the claim. There will be a claim amount that is provided to us based on the class administrator's proprietary database. And we share that information with you and we receive it from them. For many of our merchants, I would say about half that we've already filed on, the numbers are acceptable to both our clients and to us. So we move forward. There will be cases where your numbers are not what you think they should be, in which case we will ask for more information from if you would like to dispute that. There may be cases where your claim will come back as what's called deficient. And what that means is that their database does not have the information. So we'll ask for a little bit more information from you, such as tax returns, easy information to gather. And then finally, there could be a conflict when we file a claim, which means that someone else has already filed a claim for you. And unfortunately, especially in these last few months leading up to the claims deadline, which is May 31st of this year, we've noticed a number of conflicts that are occurring because when there's money, there's bad actors and there's some fraudulent behavior where third parties are filing claims on behalf of people who have never heard of them before. So when my law firm files your claim, it could come back as a conflict. And if that's the case, then we will handle the conflict. There is a conflict resolution that we could talk about more, but that would be particular to only those merchants that actually end up in the conflict status. To give you an idea of the money that's available, there is a pot of money that is set aside in escrow. It's $5.4 billion. It's a lot of money, but at the same time, if you consider how many merchants in the US are eligible to file a claim, it's almost every single business in the US that accepted Visa MasterCard. You can imagine the volume in hotels, restaurants, retail, gas stations, parking lots. These are like the more heavy credit card revenue running businesses. You don't have to be one of those. There's no minimum. You can file a claim if you accepted one Visa MasterCard in that time period. It's not a problem. But to have realistic expectations of what you will get back, you will not get back all of the money that is owed to you, unfortunately. We will get a number from the class administrator, and we can dispute that number, as I mentioned before, but that will not be the number that you actually receive back. You will get a prorated amount of that number, that dollar amount, based on how many people actually even respond to this to this lawsuit. So the more merchants that respond, the more merchants that are a part of this class that actually get a piece of the pie, the less it is forever. And Bimal, you have a
All right.
question?
Yes. So, Rahul, just I want to recap for the listeners. I think there may be a lot of information for them to take in, but quickly, correct me if I'm wrong. So, recap is one, all you need is their business name, EIN number, date they started the business, or what the business dates were from 2004 or 9, 2009 or 2004.
2004.
2004 to 2019,
Yes,
whatever those January 1st to January 25th. As long as they can provide you this information, you can get the process started. Now,
absolutely.
there are two quick questions for the listeners here. What is, there's a lot of businesses, there's $5.4 billion. What if the big fish and, the big companies and all of these, they take the major portion? Is there a provision for, smaller merchants, small businesses getting their hands on this money? Like how would that, what is the, if somebody signs up and say decides to move forward, two quick question, what are the fees and what are the chances of getting this money?
Sure. These are great questions. So very quickly to talk about the big corporations, right? So the big corporations, uh, we could
Hotel,
say
let's
the
say hotel.
Marriott, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say Marriott. Okay, Marriott has already excluded themselves because they don't want to play with the rest of us and go after the pie that's there. So they have decided, hey, we're a Marriott and you're a Visa and you're a Mastercard. We will settle privately amongst ourselves. So they're excluded. Almost all of the mid to large cap companies on the US stock exchange have excluded themselves from this lawsuit, from the class, in order to directly negotiate with Visa and MasterCard because their claim is just so large that they have the weight to throw around. And to piggyback on that thought, as far as our my clients, my clients get stronger individually as me and you, sign up more of them. So as we sign up more clients, we get more and more access to class counsel. If somebody has 10 clients, they're just going to be able to follow the process and file your claim. They won't be able to do anything with that. They won't be able to dispute claims very easily. When you have 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 clients, now I can email class counsel and they'll email me directly back. So as far as fees are concerned, it's a contingent fee. We charge nothing up front. It's 25% of whatever we get back for our clients. So we have skin in the game, we have incentive, we put in labor, we put in resources, and in order to recoup any of that money, we have to get our clients money in. So
So
the interests are well aligned.
So bottom line is whether, we get a few small companies to sign up or we get 100 or we whatever, people. And if we all work together, we all win. So the more people try to claim this, it is free money. It's a win-win for everyone, around there.
It's one of a rare times it's a win-win for everyone except Visa Mastercard, right? So, so aside for them too, yes, it's definitely a win-win for all of us. And it's true that the claim filers that have more clients, we do have the ability to do certain things that other claim filers will not. And another thing to note about this, I have to tell you two things. So one, they can get more information from the court's website. It's paymentcardsettlement.com. And two, if you look for other competitive claims filers, the vast majority of them are these bulk filing companies that have one attorney on staff just to check the box. We're a boutique law firm. You get access to me and to you, right, Bimal? So we are literally representing you as a client. So when I speak to class counsel, it's attorney to attorney. It's not just, hey, I filed a claim for this person. Can you give me an update? It's, hey, these numbers don't look right. Here's some extra data. Here's why you need to fix it. And ultimately, at the very end of all of this, if a client wanted to dispute everything and didn't want to accept their claim, we can go in front of a special magistrate, which is a federal judge. Other claims filers cannot do that. They are not attorneys.
So that
So
makes it very unique and special compared to everybody else.
yes, we can provide every service related to this case, where other claims filers can simply just do the paperwork and wait. If they have the bulk, they can do the paperwork, they can communicate, but they do not have any weight that they can throw around. As an attorney, as a law firm, we have a duty to you that is beyond just filing your claim. We have a fiduciary duty as you being our client. It is our job to get you the best amount of money. And of course, we need communication to do that in some cases, but in some cases, it's literally as easy as you give me your EIN number and your business name. You let me do what we're going to do. We get you a number. We bring you a check. Now, with that said, I want to talk about expectations, okay? Because nobody knows what the pro rata amount will be. No one has any, even the class counsel has no idea until after May 31st. Once all of the claims are filed, they'll start going through and they'll be able to determine the pro rata percentage. And that could take a long time. So to give you a little bit of background as well, not to take up too much time, this case has been going on since 2003. So it's well over, it's 21 years now. We're at the very end of it now. My firm has been involved in this case since 2017, 2019. We really started to pick up on it. So for me, it's we're getting to the end. It could be another 6 months to 12 months before they sort out the mess after the claims filing deadline. If anyone's going to get you your money fast, it's going to be attorneys that have experience doing this.
Okay.
So that's one thing. The second thing I want to just say is that the only way to guesstimate how much money you will get back is to see what other claims filing companies are paying people for claims. Meaning, if you gather up 1,000 of your clients' claims, you can sell them to another company with your client's permission. They're paying basically seventh of a cent, so 0.007. That is a very low number, right? So they're paying on $1 million of interchange fees, they're paying $7,500 to buy that claim. There's estimates between 1 cent to 6 cents on the dollar. We estimate 2 cents as a fair estimate. To give you an idea, if you're a hotel and you collected $1 million you were charged $1 million in interchange fees, that was above the amount that you were supposed to get, which is roughly like 1% of the interchange fee, you'll get a claim of $20,000. So that's just the most fair way I can give someone an expectation of what money they will get back. If it's $1 million, I'd say maybe 20% at 2 cents on the dollar. It could be $10,000. It could be 1%. We've had estimates up to 6%. That's $60,000. So nobody knows what the pro rata will be, but I do know that money in your pocket is better than no money. So it costs nothing to file your claim. It's there for you. You should take advantage of it. And the invasiveness is very low. All we need is your business name, your EIN number. We do the rest for you. As we move along in the process, things will get more unique for each client.
All right, perfect. So what I can I would like to summarize, and correct me if I'm wrong,
Sure.
that there's 3 easy steps to this whole process. Number one, you have a questionnaire, that you fill out to see if you qualify. The simple questions they will ask you about your business, when you start, and, did you use MasterCard and Visa and your sales and all that revenue. So once you fill that out, you will immediately receive number 2, which is you will receive a whole, a link to a form where you just put in your name and EIN number to get started, and we'll process you. And 3, you will receive an update as to what to expect next. Correct me if I'm wrong. These are 3 easy steps. Is 1, 2, 3. Give us your data. You will receive a contract which outlines your name and EIN number with it. Once you decide to move forward, you sign that, and we start your claim process. There's no fee. You only get charged once you collect, which could be 6 months or 12 months later. And whatever
Right.
that amount is, however small is, you will accept that client, whether his client has,
Right.
$100 of a claim, or the client has 10,000 or 20,000 or $100,000 of a claim. We'll be
Right.
helping all the clients. And what brings you to the table, making you unique, is your experience in working this for so long, and being direct, your ability to communicate directly with the client, as you are their sole attorney representation, and they're not dealing with any paralegal or any representative in middle, where they
Correct.
don't. Exactly. All right. So with that, please see the email below. You have 3 easy steps outlined. You have the questionnaire. So get started on your claim. This is money that you don't have to pay back. It belongs to you. The 16 years. How many years? 16 years in the making for the lawsuits that this.
21 years from the date of actually filing. Yeah.
Wow.
So
So 21. It took 21 years to settle this lawsuit. You might
yes.
as well take advantage of it. It took so long. So we should give credit to all the attorneys who worked so hard to get this lawsuit to a settlement state. So I would strongly recommend you start the process. And you will also get another email with an update if you did get started as to what to expect next and what will happen next. So looking forward to helping you with this claim and become a pioneer.